awkward and weird because I haven't filmed in a while, but I'm just gonna go ahead and power through it because I really do want to make a video for you guys. So, anyway, today what I'm showing you is my April pile of possibilities, a possible TBR. So what I've decided for my personal reading life is A, do not have a strict TBR because that makes me want to read something else immediately. And number two, participate in a lot of readathons and a lot of reading challenges so that I can kind of deplete my existing TBR shelf, but without the stress of following each and every rule because that makes it absolutely terrible and stressful. So the first readathon that I'm participating in is hosted by the Forlorn Traveler on Instagram, and it is the Dalit History Month readathon. The Dalits have always been considered untouchable, undesirable, the other in society. They are supposed to be doing the most menial tasks, the most dirty work, and historically and even today they are treated terribly. And the whole Dalit Lives Matter movement has started recently, but I don't think people take Dalit lives as seriously as they should in India or even around the world. So I think that reading Dalit literature is a great opportunity to kind of look into their minds, see their point of view, see what they're thinking about, see what they have to say. So I have some things that I might be reading. I don't think I'm covering all the prompts, but again, that's not the point. The first book I'm reading is called Caste Matters. The author himself is Dalit, so he's talking about his experience. He's talking about what it means to be Dalit. He's also talking about what needs to be done to improve the condition of Dalits in India. The second book that I'm reading is Baluta by Daya Pawar. This is the memoir of a Dalit man from Maharashtra, his experience with being a Dalit, and the kind of atrocities that he had to face. So, Caste Matters, which I've already started reading, is more educational. I think it's more about the different kinds of Dalits and how different kinds of Dalits live, as far as I've read now, at least. This one is supposed to be more hard hitting, so I'm kind of bracing myself for that. Then there is a prompt of reading something by an Adivasi author. Adivasi usually means tribal, and so I have this Adivasi Will Not Dance. This is a short story collection. The last book that I'm reading for the Dalit History Readathon is coming out as Dalit, and this is the memoir of a woman who kind of hid that she was a Dalit for a very long time because there is, of course, a lot of stigma attached to being a Dalit, no matter how upwardly mobile you've become in society, and then she kind of decides to reveal her identity. This is the one that sounds most interesting to me, and I cannot wait to sink my teeth into it. The next readathon that I'm taking part in is the Stop Asian Hate Readathon, and this is hosted by the Urban Reader and Candid Copywriter on Instagram. Again, I will link their profiles below. And for this, because it's week by week, so the first week I think is North Asia, then South Asia, Insular Asia, and so on, I've decided to just go book by book. So this week I'm reading Pachinko. So this is the story of a Korean girl who falls for a man, becomes pregnant, her lover is married, and so then she accepts an offer of marriage from a gentle minister passing through on his way to Japan. Following a man she barely knows to a hostile country where she has no friends, Sunya will be forced to make some difficult choices. So this spans nearly 100 years of history. So it's like one of those multi-generational sagas which I love, and it's a nice chunky book, so I'm looking forward to reading this. The last readathon is Lit with Indian Lit, hosted by Smriti of Sun Trees. And for this, it's just reading translated Indian literature. There is a point system where you can earn different points and earn different levels of superiority, which is very cool, but that is not what I want to focus on right now. So, what I'm going to be reading potentially is 6 Acres and a Third, which has been gifted to me by Smriti herself. It's about a village during the time of the British rule, and this has been translated from Oriya. Then I have Ratnodholi. This is a book of short stories. It has been translated from Gujarati. I love short stories for readathons because then you can just kind of pick and choose. You don't have to finish the book cover to cover to make it count, or at least that's what I believe. Then we have Chameen, which is translated from Malayalam, and this is about, yeah, a Hindu woman from the fisher folk community and the son of a Muslim fish wholesaler. And so basically, they kind of fall in love, the Hindu and the Muslim, and then eventually the girl gets married, but then she does go back to meet her lover. So let's see what happens. This apparently is very, very good, and so I think I might start with this one. And then, of course, Baluda, which I'm planning to read for the Dalit History Month readathon, is also translated. I do have some more translated books on my shelf. Tamas by Bhisham Sani, Punachi by Perumal Murugan, Goat Days by Penyamin, Jasmine Days by Penyamin. I do not think I will get around to these, but these are on standby. So that's it. That is my pile of possibilities for April 2021. I don't know what I'll end up reading from this pile, but what I do know is that no matter what I read, I will be reading it guilt free because I'm not following any of the rules for the readathon except the most basic ones. And even if I read like two books from the stack, I will be perfectly satisfied, although I've already read a lot of caste matters, so I'm well on my way into reading at least one book. Woohoo! Thank you so much for watching, guys, and thanks for being so patient with me while I have been uploading so sporadically. I see new subscribers here, so welcome if you're new. Stick around for more weekly bookish content, and if you have not subscribed already, do subscribe. It's free, and you get bookish videos from me every week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.